A very good noon to one and all. Today we will be discussing about the alignment tests on drilling machine. So before carry out the alignment tests, we should check the machine is properly leveled in accordance with manufacturer's instructions. So after that we will move on to the alignment tests. So in this drilling machine alignment tests, various tests are performed. So one by one we will be discussed in this lecture, and the common instruments are used: straight edge and gauge blocks, feeler gauges, etc. So first point is flatness of clamping surface of base. Okay, flatness of clamping surface of base. So this the test is performed by placing a straight edge on two gauge blocks. Okay, so we have to take the instruments like straight edge and two gauge blocks. Okay, so the test is performed in this manner. So firstly we have to place a straight edge on two gauge blocks on base plate in various positions. Then the error is noted. Okay, so the error is noted with inserting the feeler gauges in between them. Okay, so here the instruments are straight edge, two gauge blocks and feeler gauges. So first step is flatness of clamping surface of base. So this test is performed by placing a straight edge on two gauge blocks on the base plate. Okay, so we consider one base plate and the two gauge blocks are placed on the base plate. Then straight edge is placed on two gauge blocks in various positions, and the error is noted down by inserting the feeler gauges. Okay, so this is the procedure for checking this test. And now the permissible error, the error should not exceed zero point 0.1 mm per 1000 mm clamping surface, and the surface should be concave only. Okay, so this is the first test in the alignment tests in drilling machine. And now coming to the second step, second test, it is flatness of clamping surface of table. Flatness of clamping surface of table. And now this test is performed in the same manner as we discussed earlier in the test 1. So but not on the label. So the permissible error is also same as like test 1. Okay, so and move on to the third step, third test. It is perpendicularity of drill guide to the table base plate. So for this test we have to take the instruments frame level. Okay, so frame level. So the squareness, the perpendicularity of drill head guide to the table is tested in this test. Okay, so in a the tests in a two positions in a vertical plane, which is passing through the axis of both the spindle and the column, and the next one is in the plane at 90 degrees to the plane at position A. Okay, so this is performed by placing the frame level on guide column and table. Okay, so this test is performed by placing the frame level on guide column and table. So frame level means with the graduations from point not 3 to point not 5 mm. So and the error is noted, the difference the by noting the difference between the readings of two different levels. Okay, so And the permissible error in this test, the error it should not be exceed 0.25 mm per 1000 guide column for position A, and the guide column should be inclined at upper end towards the front only, and 0.15 mm per 1000 so column 1000 for position B. So for testing the perpendicularity of drill guide to the base plate, the test is similar as above. The only difference being that the frame level is to be placed on the base instead of a table. Okay, the frame level is placed on the base instead of a table. And fourth step is perpendicularity of spindle sleeve with the base plate. Perpendicularity of spindle sleeve with the base plate. So this test is performed in both the planes as specified in the test 3 and in the similar manner. So the only difference is that the frame levels are to be placed on spindle sleeve and base plate. Okay, so the frame levels are to be placed on spindle sleeve and base plate. Okay, so the permissible error, the error should not exceed 0.25 mm for plane A, and the sleeve should not be inclined towards a column only, and 0.15 mm for plane B. Okay, so this is the fourth test, perpendicularity of spindle sleeve with the base plate. And move on to the next step. Next step is true running of tapper. True running of spindle tapper. So the instruments used in this test are test mandrel and dial gauge. Okay, so test mandrel and dial gauge, and the procedure is the test mandrel is placed in the tapered hole of spindle, and a dial indicator is fixed on the table, and its feeler made to scan the mandrel. And the spindle is rotated slowly, and readings of indicator noted down. Okay, and the permissible error should not exceed 0.03 mm per 100 mm for machines with taper up to Morse number 2, and 0.04 mm, that means per 300 mm for machines with larger taper than Morse 2. Okay, so this is the true running of spindle tapper. And move on to the next step. It is parallelism of sixth step. It is a parallelism of the spindle axis with its vertical movements, and the instruments used in this test mandrel and dial gauge. So the procedure is this test is performed into two planes, say A and B, at right angles to each other. Okay, and the test mandrel is fixed into the taper hole of spindle, and dial gauge is fixed on the table with its feeler touching the mandrel, and the spindle is adjusted in the middle position of its travel. Spindle is adjusted in the middle position, and the spindle is moved in up and low directions of middle position with slow vertical feed mechanism, and the readings of the dial indicator are noted. Okay, so the permissible error for plane A and B are both 0.03 mm and 0.05 mm. Okay, so this is about the parallelism of spindle axis with its vertical movement. And coming to the next test, it is seventh one, squareness of clamping surface of table to its axis. Okay, in this the instruments used are dial gauge, and the procedure is the dial gauge is mounted in the tapered hole of the spindle, and its feeler is made to touches the surface of table, and then table is moved slowly, and the readings of dial indicator noted down. Okay, and the permissible error should not exceed 0.05 mm with 300 mm diameter. Okay, and coming to the next step, it is eighth one, squareness of spindle axis with the table. Squareness of spindle axis with the table. For this test, we required instruments like straight edge and dial gauge. So the procedure is it is performed by placing the straight edge in positions A dash and B dash, and the work table is arranged in the middle of its vertical travel, and the dial gauge is mounted in the tapered hole of spindle, and its feeler is made to touch the straight edge first at point A, and the readings are taken, and then the spindle is rotated with 180 degrees, so that the feeler the feeler touches at a point A dash, and again reading is taken, and the difference of these two readings is the error in squareness of spindle axis with the table. So similar readings are taken by placing the straight edge in the position B and B dash. So the permissible errors are zero point 0.8 per 300 mm with low end of spindle inclined towards the column only for setup A dash, and for B dash it is 0.05 mm. Okay, so these are the various alignment tests which are performed on the machine drilling. Okay, so I hope everyone understand this lecture. So please read well. Diagrams are simple diagrams are there, so concept is important, and by heart or learn the side headings, that means steps side heading, so it is a very important unit. Okay, so by this we have completed this alignment tests unit. So I hope everyone understand this. So please read well, stay home, stay safe, and thank you. Bye.